making some food right now. This is my first attempt in a long time to actually make food and to film it too. So it's gonna be a lot of moving parts here. Excuse the background because I have not really taken the time to sort through things or clean up too much. So the goal is to make the soup. I guess I'll just start with the lasagna soup today and then go from there. Yeah, so lasagna soup it is. I already cut up the onions and I just went and I got some groceries too. So I have to put those groceries up and then I'm gonna probably start with the soup. I don't know how to film it just yet, but I'm probably gonna move the camera a little bit here and there to try to show everything. So you'll see me awkwardly moving this camera. So I'm gonna be using this to make some stewed dopieza. I love this spice and I've made it before a few years ago when I used to cook more often. But we're getting back into cooking era. Asia's cooking era. Matcha, I probably will. I feel like making it. So yeah, today I've been having like, I would say a relatively good day, even though I'm like a little tired, which I'm always like just a little tired. But today, despite being a little tired, I got up and I had coffee like I normally do. And then when I got back home, I laid down to go to sleep for a nap. But then something weird happened. I just said, let me get up and do something. And not to sound lazy, because I'm not a lazy person. Like I do a lot and I try to do a lot of things. I'm kind of like, I would say a perfectionist at times, but anyways, the point is like I got up and like just randomly decided to start cutting up an onion, and that's how it started. So I realized in the middle of cutting the onion that I don't actually have all the ingredients I need to make this lasagna soup. So I had to go to the store, and when I was in the middle of trying to find the stuff for the soup, I realized like, oh, I can make more things. Like I can make the Korean barbecue soup I've been wanting to make. So I got the ingredients for that. And I actually found like Korean radish at Meijer. Like I was kind of surprised to find that. This is what it looks like. So it's like really cool that I found this there. And then I also found the Korean glass noodles. So this is going to be a very interesting thing to make, and it's my first time making it. And I already have the halal beef ribs. I got those like last week. So yeah, I'm really excited to make my first Korean dish. It's going to be really cool. The other thing that I really like is I like anything with like high protein, like any pasta. And I found high protein mac and cheese. And I just thought that was so cool because like I love protein and I love fiber too, but like protein and fiber in one thing is so cool. So I'll have to make that one of these days. And then this is my favorite pasta sauce. Like I don't think I've had anything better than this one. So I always go for this, and I found like an extra large one. And then these are just like the stuff that I'm gonna use for the Korean dish, the soy sauce, try to get low sodium. And then I got the fish sauce. I'm gonna put that in the broth. I think I'm going to make the Korean dish in a crock pot because that's just easier for me. I love my crock pot and try to find any chance to use it when I feel like cooking. These are the things that I use to convince myself to drink water. I'm like not the best at drinking water consistently, but I find that these help me so much, and I like that they don't have preservatives and they make the water really flavorful. Like one of them makes the water bottle like taste really sweet, which I like. And like that's one of my goals is to get in like 8 cups of water at least per day. So I can show you what I got like yesterday too. I had to go to a few stores before I found this. I found this high protein chickpea pasta. It has 13 grams of protein per serving and 4 grams of fiber, which I am obsessed with. So this is what I'm going to be using for the lasagna soup today. I'm kind of like planning my meals for the whole week, but when I am doing that, like in the process of doing that, it's like I have to get all the stuff for everything. But the one thing I also mentioned was this. I'm probably gonna make this on Thursday. The goal is to just make one dish every day, and I'm not gonna try to do everything all at once because obviously that's gonna get overwhelming. So yeah, we're gonna start with the lasagna soup. I have my iPad right here, so I'm gonna be looking through the recipe. I just found a random recipe on TikTok. TikTok is like everything for these kind of things. So yeah, I'm gonna just look at that real quick. It looks like she used an onion, ground beef, and then we have the beef bouillon. Is that how you pronounce it? Bouillon? I mean, but yeah, the beef cube, and I'm gonna use that instead of like beef broth. I couldn't find any halal beef broth. I looked everywhere. Like I looked for kosher beef broth at Whole Foods too last night. And then I went to Fresh Time Market. I couldn't find it there either. So that's that. We have the marinara, and let's see. So yeah, let's just start with, I don't think I'm going to use straight up garlic because I don't know if I have it, but I do have garlic paste, which I'm going to use instead. So I'm just going to try to film this the best I can as I go, but I might end up just showing you the finished product. We'll see. So I have the onions I cut, and I'm about to throw them in the pot. I have my glasses on because when I'm cooking, I am afraid that stuff like splashes, like when I throw stuff in the pan. I don't normally wear my glasses like in the house. I do when I'm like outside the house, like when I drive or when I'm cooking mainly, but yeah, just thought I'd wear them now. I feel different wearing them. It's almost like I don't know, it's just a different feeling. I'm cutting this ginger and I just don't like how it looks. Like, you see how it's kind of weird look to it? So maybe I'll cut a different part of the ginger. I think it's still good though. I just don't know why it's a little pink. I'm gonna cut that pink part off just in case it's rotten. I don't know, you tell me. Is the pink part of the ginger rotten, or is that just like something like a healthy part that you can eat? Would love to know. All right, so I'm cutting that pink part here. So we're just cutting up the ginger right now. It's like a little bit nice to cook and it's very therapeutic. I really like how I feel right now, and I really want to do this more often. I'm not gonna lie. The only thing that I have trouble with is like spices. Anything to do with spices or just complex like recipes that are like very involved can be a little tough sometimes, but like there's some things I'm more accustomed to than others. Like I really like just making a basic like beef recipe or chicken recipe with just the same old like tomato base or onion base with like cream. But yeah, so my onions right now, they're cooking, and I'm going to throw these gingers into the pot. And then I'm gonna put some of my garlic paste in there too, and then I'll put the ground beef. This is the ground beef in the pot, and I already added the garlic and onion at this point, and the ginger too. So yeah, we're just cooking it, and then we're gonna add the rest of the stuff shortly. I added the beef bouillons and the pasta sauce. Now I just need to add some water, and we're getting pretty close to the end. I'm gonna add the lasagna and everything else and then just let it boil. So the pasta is like almost ready. I put everything in. I just need to put the parsley. I don't have fresh basil leaves, otherwise I would have put that. I also didn't add the ricotta yet, and I was gonna add mozzarella cheese too, but I think I'll add that at the very end. So this is the outcome of the lasagna soup. I'm about to try it after I put the ricotta cheese and the mozzarella, and I'm just really proud of myself that I made this. It didn't take that long, probably like an hour or so, and it just looks good, and it's got so much protein. I'm just so excited. I'll tell you how it is. And then that's after I added the cheddar and the ricotta cheese. So I'm here settled with the lasagna, and so this is the final product. I know the bowl isn't super cute, but I'm excited to have this lasagna, and I'm gonna see if I can watch Love is Blind, the new season. I keep hearing stuff about it, so yeah, I'm gonna post this soon. See you later.